talks more crap than Caitlyn too. Caitlyn be in there talking like this was what they did. I saw her and Melissa get into it the other day. Like, it's just, it's a different generation.
From the arenas to the airwaves, everything shifted the moment she stepped on the court. Her presence didn't just draw crowds, it unsettled people. Faces stiffened, coaches gripped clipboards tighter, and boundaries were drawn, not in celebration, but in resistance. The message was clear: slow her down, not just on the floor, but in the conversation. Suddenly, her achievements came with disclaimers. Her confidence was rebranded as arrogance. Physical play was ignored, and questions of belonging replaced praise. This wasn't accidental. It was intentional. The goal: shrink her spotlight. Make her carry more than just the ball. Make her carry doubt, scrutiny, and double standards. But the game told the truth. Clark absorbed contact, played through it, and kept producing. While panels debated her tone, coaches quietly built their entire schemes around stopping her. The irony: the louder the commentary about her talking, the more obvious it became that she dictated every possession. She talked, then made the shot. She talked, then made the next play. That's what unsettled them.
You go in preparing for her to be there, and then you adjust accordingly. So I know they've just signed Ari McConnell back, and we'll see a lot of her tonight, so we'll get a good look at, what that might look like if she doesn't play for us. So, we have the benefit of watching them play tonight without her. But you go in preparing for Caitlyn to be on the floor.
Opposing coaches downplayed her, not because she wasn't central, but because they didn't want to admit she was. They used coded phrases: different generation, needs to adjust, as veils for discomfort. They named her, then quickly shifted credit elsewhere, all while preparing for her like she was the threat they feared most. It's not just in media clips, it's in the way they coach against her. They don't guard her like a rookie, they guard her like the problem they can't solve. Coaches like Chris Klon act like she's just another player, but their game plans say otherwise. They start every scouting session with her name, then soften it in public with qualifiers. That's not humility, that's ego. Refusing to say aloud what everyone sees: she's already the center of the league's gravity. And then there's the disrespect of omission, the Olympic snub. No reconsideration, no transparency, just silence. But fans aren't blind. They saw how every defense treated her like priority one. That rejection wasn't about roster fit, it was about denying momentum and protecting a hierarchy that her presence threatened to upend.
The application of marginal contact is so subjective for officials. We don't have that right. So we just have a long way to go. I don't think it's about star players. I know, I get the nature of the Caitlyn Clark, the popularity and eyes on, so everyone's watching. A lot of people are watching that never watched before. I don't believe Caitlyn Clark is targeted in any way. It's a great player. You're going to get teams' best efforts. I don't agree, with egregious contact and things that occurred after.
Which brings us to the real issue: physical play and officiating. Coaches dance around terms, calling blatant fouls competitive and targeting subjective. It's not ignorance, it's strategy. Avoid the label, avoid accountability. But the public saw it: late hits, off-ball bumps, unnecessary contact. And Caitlyn kept playing through it.
You guys, saw what we're doing, right? But like I said, just to the prior press conference before, was we were being disruptive. We know that she doesn't like physicality, right? We know that she wants to get to that left.
She never asked for special treatment, just fair calls. But when she plays through cheap shots and still wins possessions, the denial becomes louder than the fouls themselves. Because calling it what it is, deliberate physicality, would mean admitting she's dominating through it. Gino Orima didn't critique her game, he went after her relevance. He tried to minimize not just Caitlyn, but the entire rookie class, dismissing the shift in influence she represents.
Natalie, you mentioned, how deadly Caitlyn can be on the left step back. How happy were you that the double step back got called to travel if they didn't let her get to that?
Yeah, that's a great call, right? It was actually on the other side, so I actually didn't see it. All I saw was Tip just go like this, and so I'm like, must have been a great defensive stop. So again, credit to Tip. She understood how to, maneuver her and get her to travel.
That wasn't film review. That was protectionism. The old guard recognizing the torch might already be passing. And when Natalie tried to spin a bailout whistle into a defensive success story, that wasn't strategy either. That was survival. Because if you admit Caitlyn got her shot off clean, that means your defense didn't work. So instead, they hide behind the whistle. They minimize a move seen on every replay by calling it lucky or tough. They pretend repeated success is random.
the delusional fan base that follows her disrespected the WNBA players by saying she's going to go in that league and tear it apart. These people are so disrespectful and so unknowledgeable and so stupid. And Diana said it best. This kid's in for a rude awakening. This kid's on the wrong team. She's got the wrong skill set to handle the physicality of that league. This rookie class isn't even one of the best rookie classes in the last 10 years. She's just not built for the physicality of this league. And she's not quick enough to get away from the...
Saying she doesn't like contact while pressing her full court and sending doubles is pure contradiction. If she were soft, they wouldn't body her at the catch. They wouldn't risk fouls trying to throw her off rhythm. Their actions expose the truth they won't say aloud. She thrives under pressure and punishes every mistake. And yet, when the shots fall, the response is always the same: tough shot. But when it happens every game, it's not tough. It's the plan failing again.
Our toughness. I think that our toughness, how we cover the ball screen, how we were aggressive on Clark, for example. Even if she scored and she made a tough shot at the end, but in general, our energy was good.
Coaches talk about balance, spacing, and speed, praising the system, not the engine. It's easier to credit the supporting cast than admit the gravity she creates. But without Caitlin stretching defenses, none of those options even exist. Talk around her all you want, the film tells the story. Then come the moments that demand clarity. The Reese Clark confrontation, the foul, the review, the reaction. Assistant coach Tyler Marsh had a choice: call it what it was, or deflect. He chose to downplay it, basketball play, but everyone saw the difference. Denying it wasn't protection, it was erasure. Caitlin didn't ask for defense. She delivered one, through her play, through contact, through dismissals and deflections. She showed up, scored, competed, and walked off with the win, and the crowd.
I think everybody in this league is hard to beat. I think they're playing really well right now. I think they're a balanced team. They've got, I do want to give a shout out to Ari McDonald. I think she's done a tremendous job there. She's found a home and she's really elevated their group. Kelsey Mitchell is, I think, the fastest guard in the league in terms of off the dribble.
Coaches can call it generational. They can say she talks too much. They can push the narrative toward her voice and away from her game. But the game doesn't lie. She dictates pace. She bends defenses. She closes games. And every time she's overlooked, she only shines brighter. They can withhold the words, but they can't hide the respect. Because if you're doubling her, game planning for her, and hoping a whistle saves you, you're not questioning her talent. You're confirming it. She doesn't need the approval. She has the game. And it's already speaking, louder than all the doubt combined.
That's it for today's video. Like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.